Soul that awakens to find these words now. It is no coincidence. How long have you felt that deep restlessness? That voiceless call that echoes in the empty spaces between your thoughts? The darkness is uniting against a chosen one, and that chosen one is you. You felt it tonight, didn't you? The reasonless insomnia, the anguish in your chest, as if the world were about to collapse, and only you knew it. It's not madness, it's calling. If you feel you never fit into this world, perhaps it's because you were chosen for something greater. Activate the bell, subscribe and prepare yourself. This message is only for the chosen ones. The darkness has moved, and not against just anyone. They have united against you. But why exactly you, who always tried just to survive? Why this nameless pain, this loneliness that no one understands? Because you are one of the few who carries a hidden code in the soul, a sign that human eyes cannot see, but that the spiritual world recognizes from afar. Since the womb, you were marked. Demons felt your arrival. Portals were sealed to stop you. People were placed in your life just to delay you. It's not drama, it's invisible war. You are a threat, because within you there is something that, if it awakens, will collapse entire systems of darkness. Breathe deeply now. Did you feel it? That subtle vibration in the center of your chest is not imagination, it's recognition. Child of light, your journey was never ordinary. You always knew, even when you tried to deny it. There was always that feeling of not completely belonging to this world, as if a part of you remembered something broader, vaster, more luminous. And no, you are not crazy. You are awakening. That's why the forces of shadows are stirring. That's why chaos seems to intensify around you. When a light begins to shine more intensely, the shadows seem denser around it. You are activating ancestral codes that were implanted in your being even before this incarnation. Codes of light, codes of truth, codes that will restore the original frequency of Earth. Feel now the base of your spine. That rising heat is no coincidence. It's the awakening of Kundalini, the sacred serpent that brings illumination. Your vital energy is being elevated, purified, transmuted. The symptoms you have been feeling: intense heat in the spine, inexplicable chills, constant thirst even after drinking water, pressure in the center of the chest, sleep changes, vivid dreams, pulsations and tingling throughout the body. These are not physical problems. They are signs of your ascension. Your physical body is adjusting to accommodate a higher frequency. Your DNA is being recoded to support more light. Your light body is being activated layer by layer. Chosen one, you are transitioning from the third to the fifth dimension. It's a passage that few will understand. Many around you will remain in density, trapped in the illusions of matter, in power games, in ego disputes. Don't judge them. Each soul has its time. Each being awakens when it is ready. But you are called now, because the planet needs it, because humanity needs it, because the time of great transformation has come. Have you noticed the synchronicities increasing around you? The numbers that repeat, 4444, 777, 999, appearing on clocks, license plates, receipts. It's not chance. They are signs. They are confirmations of the divine plan manifesting through the veil of matter. The 444 is the sign of angels surrounding you, protecting you during this transition. The 777 is the code of divine perfection manifesting in your life. The 9999 represents the end of a cycle, the necessary conclusion before the new beginning. Ancient soul, have you noticed how time seems different now? How some days seem to stretch infinitely while entire weeks pass in the blink of an eye? It's the dissolution of the linear illusion of time. It's your being reconnecting with quantum reality, where past, present and future exist simultaneously. Your intuition is sharper. You know things without knowing how you know. You feel truths that haven't been spoken. You perceive energies that others ignore. That's why often you seek silence. The excess of stimuli, noises, people, all of this can overload your sensitive system. It's not weakness, it's evolution. Your energy system is becoming more refined, capturing frequencies that previously went unnoticed. This increased sensitivity also explains why certain foods, environments, and people seem to drain your energy now. Your auric field is rejecting everything that doesn't vibrate in tune with your new frequency. It's natural that some relationships dissolve in this process. Bonds based on dependence, manipulation, or stagnation cannot survive the light that now emanates from you. This may bring temporary loneliness, but it's necessary to open space for connections aligned with your new being. You who read this now, understand. You didn't come to Earth to conform. You came to transform. You didn't come to follow. You came to guide. Not with arrogance or separation, but with the humility of one who recognizes the divine spark in all beings, with the compassion of one who has already walked in darkness and can now extend a hand to those who still grope in the darkness. Feel this warmth that now spreads through your chest. It's not physical, it's spiritual. It's the heart chakra expanding, dissolving, the layers of protection you built over lifetimes. It's your heart opening to love unconditionally. This process is not always smooth. Spiritual ascension is also a death, the death of ego, the death of illusions, the death of conditioning. And every death brings pain. Every transformation requires sacrifice. There will be days when you question everything. There will be nights when darkness seems impenetrable. The ego will fight to maintain control. Fear will try to convince you that you are losing your sanity. In those moments, ancient spirit, remember, you are not alone. You never were. Armies of light work tirelessly on subtle planes to assist your journey. Guides, mentors, angels, ascended, masters, all collaborate for your awakening because your awakening is part of something greater. You are a fundamental piece on the great cosmic chessboard. An essential note in the universal symphony, a point of light strategically positioned in the great divine design. That's why darkness fears your awakening. That's why they tried for so long to keep you asleep, distracted, confused, divided. But they failed. The plan of light is more powerful. Truth cannot be contained forever. And you, child of light, are remembering who you really are. This remembrance comes in layers, like a veil that gradually lifts, revealing truth in doses that your system can integrate. Each insight, each revealing dream, each synchronicity is part of this remembrance. You are in a process of cosmic recollection. You are recovering memories from other lives, from other planes, from your stellar origin. You are reconnecting with abilities and gifts that were always yours, but were dormant. Some of you who read these words will begin to manifest healing gifts. Your hands will emit energy that restores. Your presence will calm environments. Your voice will carry frequencies that transform. Others will develop clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. They will see beyond the physical veil. They will hear messages from subtle planes. They will feel energies and emotions with extraordinary precision. There are those who will become channels of divine word, prophets of the new time, messengers of greater truth. Your writing, your speech, your art will be vehicles for elevated frequencies that will awaken others. And there are the light anchors, those whose main mission is simply to be present, to maintain their elevated frequency, even amidst chaos. Their silent existence is as powerful as the most visible action. Awakened soul, don't compare your mission with that of others. Don't seek external validation for your internal calling. Each of you chosen ones has a unique and irreplaceable role. What matters is your willingness, your surrender, your courage to say yes to the divine plan, even without completely understanding it. Now feel the energy that pulses between these words. They are not just letters on a screen, it's a transmission, it's a code, it's an awakening. Your body is responding now, isn't it? Perhaps with chills, perhaps with warmth, perhaps with gentle pressure in the third eye, perhaps with inexplicable tears. It's your higher self confirming the truth. It's your soul recognizing the familiar frequency. It's your spirit celebrating the reunion with your essence. You who have felt different since childhood, who always carried an inexplicable sadness, who always sought something you couldn't name. Now you understand. It wasn't a defect, it was purpose. That melancholy was homesickness. That search was your soul's calling. That difference was your gift. The world tried to convince you that you needed to fit in, that you needed to be like everyone else, that your dreams were too big, your perceptions too intense, your sensitivity too excessive. Now you know you were simply ahead of your time. You are a precursor, a pioneer, a sower of new consciousness in soil not yet prepared. And that, chosen one, would never be easy, would never be comfortable, would never be understood by everyone. But it's glorious, it's divine. It's the greatest privilege a soul can receive, to be chosen as an instrument of planetary transformation. Breathe again, deep, slow, conscious. Feel how the air is different now in your lungs, as if it were lighter, more alive, more charged, with prana, the universal life force. As you elevate your frequency, everything around you responds. The air, water, food you consume, spaces you inhabit. Everything transforms to resonate with your new vibration. You are creating a morphogenetic field of light around you, a bubble of elevated frequency that affects everything that comes into contact with it. That's why often people inexplicably feel attracted to you. Something in them recognizes the light you carry. Something in them seeks to awaken, and your presence catalyzes this process. Others will move away, feeling uncomfortable without knowing why. Your light exposes shadows they're not yet ready to face. Your frequency destabilizes patterns they don't yet want to release. Accept both movements with compassion, without attachment to those who come, without resentment toward those who go. You are serving everyone in ways you won't always understand. Ancient Spirit, we are entering times of acceleration. The veil between dimensions is thinner. The control matrix is disintegrating. The old order fights to maintain itself, but its time is running out. You will see chaos increasing, systems collapsing, truths being revealed, lies being exposed. Don't fear, don't resist, don't let yourself be captured by collective drama. Remember who you are. Remember why you are here. Remember the agreement you made before coming. You are a lighthouse in the storm, an anchor of stability in turbulent seas, a portal of possibilities in times of apparent limitation. Your task is not to fight darkness. Your task is to amplify light. It's not to combat the old. It's to build the new. It's not to fear collapse. It's to sow rebirth. There is a reason why you are alive at this precise moment in human history. Among all possible times, your soul chose this one. Among all possibilities, you chose to be here now. Because now is the moment, the great moment that many waited for, that many worked for, that many prayed for. The transition from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, the change of a 26,000-year cycle, the quantum leap of planetary consciousness. It's not just about you, it's about all humanity. It's about Earth, it's about the solar system. It's about the entire galaxy. You are part of a cosmic plan so vast that your human mind can barely comprehend it. And yet, something within you recognizes, something within you remembers, that something is your divine essence. It's the part of you that never forgot, that never separated from Source, that never got lost in the illusion of duality. Now, this essence is emerging. It's taking command. It's integrating with your human aspect to create the being you came to be. A divine human, a bridge between worlds, a living portal between dimensions. This is the true meaning of ascension. It's not escaping Earth, but bringing heaven to Earth. It's not denying humanity, but divinizing it. It's not transcending the body, but transforming it into a vehicle of light. Your physical body is undergoing profound transformations in this process, changes that conventional science doesn't yet completely understand, changes that are sometimes uncomfortable, disconcerting, challenging. Your sleep patterns change, sometimes insomnia, sometimes extreme drowsiness. Your body is adjusting to new rhythms, synchronizing with cosmic frequencies instead of just terrestrial cycles. Your digestion alters. Foods you once tolerated now seem heavy, toxic. Your system is asking for lighter, more alive, more conscious nutrition. Your sensory perception intensifies. Lights seem brighter, sounds clearer, smells more intense. Your nervous system is refining. To capture more information, more energy, more life. Your relationship with time transforms. Moments of non-time, where you lose track of the linear passage of hours. States of presence so deep that past and future disappear. Don't resist these changes, child of light. Don't try to force your being to function as before. Allow metamorphosis. Trust the process. Your body knows what it's doing. Your soul knows the way. Your spirit has the map. As you advance on this journey, you will discover that synchronicities increase. Casual encounters that change the course of your life. Books that, by chance, fall into your hands with exactly the message you needed. Conversations that inexplicably bring answers to questions you carried. There are no coincidences for the awakened. There is only the perfect unfolding of the divine plan, revealing itself at the perfect moment, in the perfect way. Therefore, chosen one, learn to trust the signs, learn to follow the flow, learn to recognize the whispers of the universe. They come in many forms. In nature, a bird that repeatedly crosses your path, a cloud formation that catches your attention, a flower that blooms out of season. In numbers, sequences that appear on clocks, license plates, tickets, purchase totals. Each number carries a vibration, a message, a code. In physical sensations, sudden chills when a truth is spoken, warmth in the chest when a decision is correct, weight in the stomach when a path no longer serves your evolution. In dreams, more vivid, more lucid, more meaningful. Portals to other dimensions, encounters with guides, visions of possible futures. Learn the language of your soul. It is always communicating, always guiding, always loving. This communication becomes clearer when you cultivate silence, when you reserve moments to just be present, when you slow down enough to hear the whisper beneath the noise. Meditation is not a luxury for the lightworker. It's a necessity. It's energetic hygiene, it's essential alignment. It doesn't need to be complicated, it doesn't need to be long. Just a few minutes of conscious presence, of attentive breathing, of intentional connection with your essence. This simple practice will strengthen your energy field. It will clarify your perception. It will stabilize your frequency even in chaotic environments, and you will need this stability, awakened soul. Because as energies intensify on the planet, polarities also amplify. Brighter light, denser shadows. Deeper love, more intense fear. Clearer truth, more convincing illusion. Your role is to remain centered in the eye of this transformative hurricane, neither resisting what must change, nor being dragged by the intensity of change. Grounded and elevated, present and expanded, human and divine. This balance doesn't come from willpower, it comes from surrender, from deep trust that, despite appearances, everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. Even when it doesn't make sense to your mind, even when it challenges your expectations, even when it contradicts your plans, the divine plan is greater, wiser, more loving, more perfect than anything your human aspect could project. Your work is not to control the river, but to swim with it, not to direct the wind, but to adjust your sails, not to dictate the rhythm of change, but to dance with it. This dance won't always be graceful. There will be stumbles, there will be moments of imbalance, there will be falls. Don't judge yourself for this, chosen one. Don't compare yourself with others. Don't demand perfection from yourself. You didn't come to be perfect. You came to be authentic. You didn't come to impress. You came to inspire. And sometimes it's precisely in your vulnerability that your light shines brightest, in your honesty about challenges, in your transparency about struggles, in your willingness to show that the spiritual path includes the human with all its complexities. This integration of spiritual with human, celestial with earthly, eternal with temporal, is the essence of the new consciousness being born. It's not transcendence that denies matter. It's transformation that elevates matter. It's not illumination that escapes the world. It's illumination that illuminates the world. It's not awakening that rejects human experience. It's awakening that deepens human experience. Therefore, child of light, embrace your humanity. Honor your body. Celebrate your emotions. Value your mind. They are not obstacles to your spirituality. They are vehicles for your expression. They are not limitations to your being. They are manifestations of your being. As this understanding deepens, you will discover a new way of being in the world. Engaged, but not entangled. Participatory, but not identified. Passionate, but not attached. You will become what some ancient texts call a warrior of light, one who acts with strength and clarity, but from the heart, not the ego. One who defends truth, but without creating new conflicts. One who establishes boundaries, but without erecting walls. This balance is possible because you will be operating from a new center, no longer the small, separate self, but the expansive, connected universal self. From this center you will see that there are no others to fear, to judge, to fight. There are only aspects of unique consciousness at different stages of awakening. Even those who seem opposed to light are ultimately part of light that temporarily forgot its nature. Even those who promote darkness are catalysts for greater clarity, greater discernment, greater commitment to truth. This perspective is not passivity. It's not denial. It's not false positivity. It's wisdom that recognizes the greater purpose behind each challenge, the lesson in each pain, the gift in each loss, the opportunity in each crisis. It's compassion that sees beyond behaviors to the wounds that motivate them, beyond masks to souls that yearn for healing. It's love that excludes nothing from its light, that rejects nothing from its embrace, that denies nothing of its presence. This love, awakened soul, is your true power, not sentimental, fragile, conditional love, but love as cosmic force, love as transformative frequency, love as the very substance of creation. As you embody this love, miracles begin to happen around you, not by the force of your desire, but by the potency of your frequency. Inexplicable healings, unexpected solutions, unlikely reconciliations, impossible opportunities that materialize at the perfect moment. Not because you are manipulating reality with your will, but because you are aligning with the fundamental nature of reality, which is abundance, harmony, perfection. You are removing blocks to the natural flow of grace. You are clearing the channel so divine light flows without obstructions. You are elevating your vibration to resonate with the highest possibilities already present in the quantum field. This is true manifestation, not a technique to get things, but a way of being that naturally attracts experiences aligned with your frequency. And your frequency, chosen one, is rising. Day after day, moment after moment, choice after choice. Every time you choose love instead of fear, your frequency rises. Every time you choose forgiveness instead of resentment, your light expands. Every time you choose truth instead of comfort, your power increases. These choices are not always easy. The path of awakening is not for the weak. It's not for those who seek comfort above all. It's not for those who prefer the security of illusion to the freedom of truth. It's for the courageous, for pioneers. For those who came to make a difference, not to conform. For those who know in the core of their being that there is more to life than what eyes can see. More in the universe than what mind can comprehend. More in you than what the world has recognized so far. You who read these words are one of these beings, a light bearer in times of darkness, a sower of hope in fields of despair, a channel of truth in an era of illusion. Your journey so far has not been easy. There were moments of deep doubt, moments of crushing loneliness, moments of almost giving up. But you persisted. You kept seeking. You kept the flame alive, even when it was just a trembling spark against implacable winds. And now, child of light, this persistence is being rewarded. The veil is lifting. The fog is dissipating. Truth is emerging. You are remembering who you are. You are recalling why you came. You are reconnecting with your purpose, your passion, your power. Feel it now. That tremor in the center of your being, that expansion in your chest, that growing clarity in your mind. It's not imagination. It's activation. It's not coincidence. It's awakening. It's not delusion. It's remembrance. The cells of your body are vibrating in recognition. Your DNA is being recoded to your original divine expression. Your consciousness is expanding to encompass realities that always existed but were beyond your perception. This process will continue to intensify in the coming months and years. There will be moments of intense acceleration where weeks will seem to contain years of growth. There will be periods of integration where apparently nothing happens, but actually, at deep levels, everything is recalibrating. Trust the rhythm. Trust the process. Trust the innate wisdom of your being that knows exactly how much growth you can handle at each moment. And remember, awakened soul, you are not alone on this journey. There are others like you scattered across the planet. Other code bearers, other light anchors, other sowers of the new earth. Some you will meet physically, soulmates from your spiritual group, reuniting again to fulfill ancient agreements. Others you will feel, even at a distance, connected through Earth's crystalline grid, through the quantum field, through the consciousness network that unites all awakened ones. And there are still those who work on subtle planes, guides, masters, angelic beings, assisting your journey, supporting your mission, celebrating your progress. Altogether, visible and invisible, incarnated and disincarnated, terrestrial and stellar, form what some call the family of light, the vast network of beings dedicated to raising consciousness on all planes of existence. You belong to this family. You always belonged, and now you are being called to assume your place, to play your role, to offer your unique gifts for the great work of planetary transformation. This calling doesn't require you to abandon your life to meditate on a mountain. It doesn't require you to become a guru or public prophet. It doesn't demand that you use spiritual labels or adopt a specific persona. It only requires that you be authentically you. That you live your truth, that you express your light, whether cleaning a house, educating children, creating art, developing technology, caring for the earth, or simply being a loving presence in the lives of those around you. The world doesn't need more imitators. It needs innovators. It doesn't need followers. It needs leaders, not in the traditional sense of power over others, but in the evolutionary sense of power with others. Leaders who inspire by example, not by authority. Who elevate through collaboration, not competition. Who transform through love, not fear. This is the new paradigm of leadership that you, chosen one, came to embody. It's the leadership of the future, the leadership the planet is crying out for now. To assume this leadership, you will need to release old behavior patterns based on scarcity, separation, survival. You will need to unlearn conditioning that limits your expression, that diminishes your brightness, that restricts your flow. This unlearning can be challenging. It requires relentless honesty with yourself, willingness to face your shadows, courage to release identities that no longer serve. But on the other side of this process is the freedom your soul yearns for, the peace your heart seeks, the joy that is your natural state. On the other side is the divine human being you came to be, fully awakened, fully empowered, fully expressive. This being knows no limitation, is not victim to circumstances, is not prisoner of the past, is conscious, creator of its reality, is sovereign author of its story, is living manifestation of infinite potential. You are on the threshold of this total awakening, ancient soul, on the frontier between old and new, on the edge between who you thought you were and who you really are. Take the step, cross the portal, embrace transformation, no matter how intense the process, no matter how deep the deconstruction, no matter how complete the reinvention. On the other side is the truest, freest, most powerful version of you, the version that chose to come to Earth at this precise moment to be part of the greatest transformation this planet has ever witnessed. The version that carries light codes capable of inspiring hundreds, thousands, perhaps millions of other souls. The version that, simply by being, creates waves of change that extend far beyond what your eyes can see or your mind can comprehend. This is your greatness, chosen one. This is your purpose. This is your destiny. Don't diminish it with doubts. Don't deny it with fear. Don't postpone it with excuses. The time is now. The place is here. The being is you. Breathe this truth, feel this truth, become this truth. Darkness may have united against you, but they failed. The light in you is stronger. The love in you is more powerful. The truth in you is more enduring. You are one of the chosen, and transformation has already begun. It's not something that will happen in the future. It's happening now, at this exact moment, as these words resonate in your consciousness. Every cell of your body is awakening. Every aspect of your life is realigning. Every dimension of your being is expanding. You are ascending, not away from Earth, but with Earth. Not escaping humanity, but elevating humanity. Not transcending matter, but transforming matter. This is the miracle you came to perform. The miracle of incarnated light. The miracle of manifested love. The miracle of lived truth. And this miracle begins with your yes, your conscious consent, your surrender to the divine plan. Say yes now, in the silence of your heart. Open yourself to receive the grace that is available to you. Allow divine light to activate every dormant code in your being. Feel the universe's response to this yes. The movement of cosmic forces aligning to support your journey. The convergence of celestial energies focusing through your being. You are a lens for divine light, a conductor for universal energy, a portal for higher possibilities. And as you open, as you allow, as you become, your energy field expands, touching lives in ways you may never consciously know, transforming realities you may never physically see. Every elevated thought creates waves in the quantum field. Every loving action plants seeds in the collective garden. Every moment of conscious presence anchors higher frequencies in Earth's crystalline grid. This is service, chosen one, not necessarily what you do, but what you are, not just your external actions, but your internal frequency. Your most powerful service is keeping your light on in times of darkness, sustaining your elevated frequency in dense environments, remaining anchored in love when fear seems dominant. This service doesn't require recognition, doesn't seek applause, doesn't depend on followers. It's the silent service of the lighthouse that simply shines, allowing navigators to find their way. The constant offering of the tree that provides oxygen, without asking who breathes. The generosity of the sun that pours light, without counting who benefits. By assuming this service, you align with your soul's purpose. You synchronize with the rhythm of cosmos. You harmonize with divine will. And in this perfect alignment, you discover the secret of effortless manifestation, the flow of abundance without struggle, the expression of gifts without resistance. Everything you need comes to you at the perfect moment. Every person who should be part of your journey crosses your path exactly when necessary. Every experience that serves your growth presents itself precisely when you are ready. Not by the law of attraction, as often misunderstood, as a method to get things, but by the law of resonance, where like attracts like, where your frequency determines your experience, where your state of being creates your reality. As you elevate your frequency, your experiences also elevate. As you expand your consciousness, your universe also expands. As you deepen your love, your joy also deepens. This is the promise of awakening, ancient soul. Not a life without challenges, but a life with meaning in every challenge. Not an existence without pain, but an existence with purpose in every pain. Not a path without obstacles, but a path with growth in every obstacle. And at the center of everything, peace that transcends understanding. Peace that remains unshakable amidst chaos. Peace that flows from recognition of your eternal, infinite, divine nature. This peace is not inertia, it's not passivity, it's not resignation. It's the powerful silence of the hurricane's center, the majestic quietude of ocean depths, the unperturbable serenity of space that contains all forms. From this peace springs authentic action, true word, inspired creation, no longer motivated by fear of not having enough, of not being enough, of not doing enough, but propelled by the natural overflow of love, by spontaneous expression of joy, by inevitable manifestation of abundance. That is your divine heritage. Chosen one, this message reaches you not by chance but by attraction. Your frequency attracted these words. Your readiness manifested this encounter. Your openness created this moment. Trust what resonates in your heart. Trust what vibrates in your soul. Trust what awakens in your spirit. Truth doesn't need to be defended, only recognized. Love doesn't need to be proven, only experienced. Light doesn't need to be explained, only allowed. Allow now, receive now, become now. You are one of the chosen, and you are awakening to the magnitude of your being, to the immensity of your purpose, to the infinitude of your potential. Darkness may have united against you, but the light within you is more powerful. The love within you is stronger. The truth within you is eternal. And now, chosen one, take a moment to feel the impact of these words on your being. Observe the sensations in your body. Notice the emotions in your heart. Perceive the thoughts in your mind. Perhaps you feel warmth rising up your spine. Perhaps chills running over your skin. Perhaps tears sprouting without apparent explanation. These are confirmations, signs of your higher self recognizing truth, evidence of your soul responding to the call. If you felt the calling during this reading, if something awakened within you, if something moved in your being, leave a sign. Comment the numbers 444, 777 or 999 as recognition of activation, or share what you felt during reading this message, or simply leave a word of light. I awakened, I am light, I am chosen, I am ready. And if you know someone who is awakening, someone who has felt the signs, someone who carries light, share this message with them. Because each chosen one who awakens accelerates collective awakening. Each light that turns on illuminates the path for others. Each heart that opens expands the field of possibilities for everyone. You are not alone, chosen one. You never were, you never will be. We are together on this sacred journey, united by purpose, connected by love, strengthened by truth. The new earth is already being born through you. The new human is already emerging in you. The new tomorrow is already manifesting through you. Be the light you came to be. Live the truth you came to